Hi everybody! Big welcome to competitive cEDH TV gameplay channel! Me and Pontus here are playing against Joel!
Hi.
And Death!
Today I'm back with a Sur Reanimator. With it we have some powerful cards like Intuition and Entube. We are running a big creature in this deck, and if we attack with Sur, on the trigger we can respond with by casting Intuition or Entomb, because they are instants, and we can find those big creatures, put them into our graveyard, and then resolving Sur's ability to find a Reanimator card like Animate Dead, Necromancy, and Dance of the Dead. Sur can also be a Rhystic Study in the command zone.
I am on the flesh of fallen angels, also known as Atraxa Grand Unifier Food Chain. Why Food Chain? Because I never played Food Chain, so I'm here to play some Food Chain. But it's not the only combo line that we have in this deck. I've stuck it full with Hermit Druid lines, Kitten combos, Fastest Oracle, Demonic Consultation, Ad Nauseum. Everything is in this deck.
I am playing Sisay.
I'm not playing Sisay.
No, I'm the one playing Sisay, funnily enough. Differently from Mons, though, I'm actually playing a good deck with Sisay, and not just a random CC list. Yeah, it's a pretty generic 5-color pile. Sisay is an outlet for Dockside, Can't Find Silences. I'm running 3 bad cards dedicated just to Sisay. The rest is just a generic good stuff pile, basically.
I'm playing a Storm with Yidris Maelstrom Wielder instead. Typical Grixis shell with Fastest Oracle, Tainted Pact, and big stormy spells. We have Song of Creation and a bunch of CMC 0 artifacts that we can flip into to just dig through a win that will finalize in a form of Breach, Fastest Oracle, or the typical Grixis swords. And with that, let's start looking at some mulligans.
This is one of those hands that kind of looks good until you think about it. We could go like just tutor for consult and do like Oracle Consult turn 3, and we could like develop a fish turn 2 as well. So it's not the worst hand I've ever seen. It's a turn 2 fish, no actual interaction, no actual mana acceleration, keepable but mid, and that's not what I keep on the first 7. So go to second 7. This hand would be very good if I was going not first because of the gemstone, but without the gemstone my land doesn't cast enough of my spells, so can't keep it. Yeah, this 6 has a lot of things we really like. It's a bit awkward, like 2 tutors, the mana being kind of tight with the mana vault and not like filtering at all. Like we just had to go mana vault pass and then turn 2 with 2 top deck tutors, which is awkward. What we can do is go land, either Imp Seal or hold a 9 tutor, which I think is the right call, and cast a turn 2 Rustic. But that also feels kind of weird because we have the fish in hand and we wouldn't develop a fish that way. It's a very good hand still, so I'm gonna keep it. It's a bit awkward with the top deck tutors and like the pacing of the hand. Like if we were to top deck a 2 mana rock here, we would be very happy. That would be great. So we have a lot of top decks to like really make this hand great, but as of now it's kind of awkward, but it's still, the cards are still good, so I'm gonna keep it. Go ahead, you will.
Do we have 1 land and 1 ramp card, so we are not fine with this. What we are trying to aim is to have either some kind of value card as usual in the beginning, like turn 1 Rhystic, turn 2 Rhystic, fish, or some other draw engine card. We can also aim to have Sur on turn 2, because Sur is kind of like a Rhystic Study in the command zone for us, so don't find any land, which is sad, so this is not a keep. Let's mulligan again. Arcane Signet out turn 1. Turn 2 we will have 4 mana, but we cannot cast Sur. We can possibly cast a Dranith Magistrate and a Ledge Shredder. It's not that bad on turn 2, but I feel we can go much better with this. We want our Sur out as fast as possible. We will go to 5. Alright, now we are more talking. Rhystic Study turn 1, and we are second in turn order. That feels great. And we will bottom Ranger Captain.
If we could get the Hermit or a Tutor, let's just try a better 7. We have part of the combo right here. 2 lands and a Rhystic Study with a Wish Club, but we got nothing else. I don't want to go land, Rhystic Study, and then, kitten and pass. So let's just try a 6. Maybe that one will be... There we go. This is a list we can work with, because we also have Culling Ritual, and we also have this. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. So I'm gonna put on the bottom the bayou, keep this hand, and I'm happy to go.
Like, this hand just contains land interaction. It's not really where we want to be with this deck. Like, we need to get our Yidris into play, or we need to have, like, a stormy start, and this hand doesn't do that. Like, the worst thing that's gonna happen is that we're gonna sit and interact, and we don't want that, so we're gonna mulligan. This is also a little bit annoying. Like, if we had a red mana or a fetch land, we could kind of keep this with that Rite of Flame, getting that Talisman into play in turn 2. You keep this hand just because Mystical Tutor, and it's not something we can hold. Like, you could search out Ad Nauseam with that Mystical Tutor, but we can't get the mana to cast Ad Nauseam, so we're gonna mulligan. This is also horrible. Like, if that Underground Sea would have created green mana, we could have kept this, because then we could have gotten a Carpet in play, and like, with a Mystical Tutor and a Carpet, we could get somewhere with this hand, but we can't. So we're gonna have to go to 5. And we could go to 4, I guess. But I think, like, we're keeping a hand that doesn't really do anything. We have lands, and we have a Sol Ring, and then we have a Noxus Shrew. That's it. That's all we really have with this hand. Honestly, I think this is something I still want to mull. Like, it really hurts going down to 4, but if I get a 4 that could somehow get a Rhystic Study into play, we're still fine. If we would have had a artifact, or CMC2 artifact talisman that taps for colored mana like an Arcane Signet or a talisman, this hand would be much better, because then we could securely get Yidris into play a little bit early in the game. This hand still doesn't really do much except interact and cast a Sol Ring. So we're last in turn order 2. I'm gonna gamble. I'm gonna go to 4. This is a hand you could keep, but it's also a hand that is very bad, that you don't want to keep. So we have a Command Tunnel, Mana Vault into a Talisman. Keeping this. And that Talisman can actually cast Imperial Signet. Done. Like, I'm happy. We're doing this so heavily. So we're gonna bottom this one. We're gonna bottom the Chain of Vapor. And I think we're gonna bottom the Gitaxian Probe. There we go. So this is the hand. We could actually do turn 1 Imperial Seal or Rhystic Study here. Go to our turn. I actually think this hand is a lot better compared to all the other hands we've seen before this. So I'm really happy about mulliganing down this. The previous hand of 5 is a lot weaker compared to this hand of 4. And with that, let's start the match. Take it away, Pontus.
Gemstone Cavern, exiling Savannah.
Okay, take my turn then. Draw for turn. Command Tower, land for turn, and I will pass.
Okay, taking my turn. Play a Mana Crypt. I also would like to play Lotus Pental. I will tap the Lotus Pental for a blue mana, tap the Mana Crypt, and cast a Rhystic Study.
Pass.
Alright then I will play a Godless Shrine tapped. Passing to you, good sir.
Alright, I will draw for the turn. Please don't be punished. Yep, never punished. Here's a Scrubland, and I will tap 2. Not paying for Rhystic Study, and I'll cast Draenei Magistrate. Draenei is happy, and I will, with that, pass my turn.
I'm gonna go to my turn and draw a card. So this game developed towards something we don't like to see. Like, there's a Rhystic Study in play, and there's a Draenei in play. Draenei basically shuts me down completely with my commander and everything my commander wanna do. So we need to get rid of that one if we wanna, like, play our commander, do things with our commander. On the other hand, our 2 other opponents, Sisay and Sur, also wanna put their commander into play and do stuff. So destroying Draenei is something we could do with the Imperial Seal, but that isn't something recommended. Also, Sur is sitting here with a Rhystic Study, so if we're storming off, we're gonna feed that Rhystic Study. I actually think that the game plan we're gonna go for here is developing slowly forward and use the Imperial Seal for a Rhystic Study to get the Rhystic Study into play turn 2. With the Arcane Signet, we're actually able to do that. The question is, how much are we feeding that Rhystic Study? I'm gonna play a Command Tower as land roach. I'm gonna tap that to cast a Mana Vault. You can draw for your Rhystic Study. I will tap this for 3 mana and cast an Arcane Signet. Not paying for the Rhystic Study. You can draw a card. I will tap this for 1 mana to cast this Talisman of Dominance. Not paying for Rhystic Study. You can draw a card. I'm gonna tap this for 1 mana, lose a life, and cast an Imperial Seal. Not paying for Rhystic Study. Feeding literally 4 cards this turn. I'm hellbent. So we're finding this card, kind of obvious potentially, and we're putting it on top of a library, and then we're passing the turn.
I should recast my fish. That was dumb of me. Well, here we are. I'm sad. In your Endstead Mons, I would like to cast the Lightning Tutor, not paying for Rhystic.
Since Mons casted a lot of cards, I would like to Mindbreaker Trap that one.
For a second there, I was sitting here saying, I'm so disappointed at myself. I'm not proud of feeding cards, but now I'm a little bit more happy. Sorry, Pontus.
I was feeling a little bit evil if I would mind break trap your last card, Mons, when you allowed me to draw so many cards.
But you're fine screwing me over, I see.
If you also counterspell that spell, I'm hellbent, so thanks, I guess. Literally dead.
Yeah.
It's mind break trapped. Ooh. Go to my turn. I feel sorry for myself as well. Okay, so this is where we're at. Play Mr. Rainforest, land for turn. Fetch, finding an underground sea. Tap it for a Mystic Gomorrah, not playing Rustic. Then I will also cast a Imsil. Imsil resolves. I'll put this card on top, lose 2 life, and then pass turn.
All right, that went really well. Turns out turn 1 Ristic draws a lot of cards. Too bad that we draw a lot of lands. I will roll for Crypt. So head is always safe for me, and Tails is always damage. Tails, I take 3. I'm gonna play a Misty Rainforest. I'm gonna crack it for an underground sea. Just gonna shortcut here. And after that, I would like to spend 3 mana having 1 colorless floating and cast a Praetor's Grasp, targeting Mons.
No!
Triggerfish.
You may draw.
Thank you.
Can't you take Pontus instead? He has his fish in play. You want to see what I have on top of my library?
Yeah, sure.
Here's the Rustic Study. You want that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yours.
I think so. Yeah, thank you. I want more Rustic Studies. I take it. There we go. And then I'm passing the turn to you, good sir.
Let me go take my second turn. Interesting draw. So, what you all just witnessed was literal shenanigans, and I have a plan. Them to literally destroy each other while I just sit here comfortably with my Dranev, not doing anything until I can calling into this. So let me just use now, get the demonic tutor out, get my card piece, and then just be happy with doing nothing. How about that? Sounds like a plan? Sounds like a plan. We are evil, so you know, we are bidding our time. I will not pay for Ristic or Fish Stick. I will cast demonic tutor.
Are you gonna search out Rustic Study?
You will never know. So, Demonic Tutor A-OK. My library, find this one very specific card that I want, put it into my hand, close and shuffle my library, and then just simply say, have fun, good luck, pass the turn.
I'm gonna go to my turn and draw a card. Take a damage from the Mana Vault, and I'm gonna pass the turn. Go for it.
Why aren't you guys feeding my fish?
I gave you 1 card.
You gave me 1 card. Yeah, 2 cards, but that's just 2 cards. Go to my turn, untap, upkeep fish trigger. I will let fish die, sadly.
Bye, fish.
I would like you to cast the Dockside. Dockside ETB. I would like to make 5 treasures. I'd like to crack 2 treasures to cast this Lavinia.
Well, I guess, in the end, I'm not really doing anything anyway, so I'm more dead.
Lavinia resolves. Crack a treasure for a Mana Vault. You may draw. Crack 2 treasures. Tap Mana Vault for Adnos. You may draw.
Here's the cool part. Lavinia actually works like a pseudo silence here, or pseudo Grand Abolsher. Kinda cool.
Yeah. You're the one who can interact with mana. So did you top take a counter, Mons?
Nope, I did not top deck a counter.
Nice.
Go for it.
Naus resolves. Yeah, I'll stop there. So I have 5 life. I will cast a Mox Diamond. You may draw, you will. Discarding a Rhino Catacombs. I'll cast a Chromox. You may draw. ETB, imprint, deflecting spots. Land for turn will be a Ancient Tomb. I will tap Chromox for a Rite of Flame. You may draw, making 2 red. I'll use 1 red floating to cast a Gamble. You may draw, you will. Find this card and discard a card randomly. Not the card I searched for. Float a colorless, take 2 life. And the blue, cast a Snap targeting Draneth. Snap resolves. I'll untap 2 lands. It will be the Ancient Tomb because I like the Living on the Edge. And this Command Tower. I'll tap Ancient Tomb, take 2 more, go up to 4 mana in pool, tap this Command Tower, cast Backside of Bergi. So Harnfeld, Holder of Bounty. I'd like to discard the land to Harnfeld, exile top 2.
This is really good, like post-NOS.
Yes. Exiling land and consult. Discard the land, exile Oracle Floodstrand.
Nice.
Discard land, exile Breach Similar Spirit Guide. Sad not have that in my hand. Discard land, Spirit Guide. That's really sad. Discard a land, exile Musical Tutor LED. LED kind of good.
LED is amazing here with Hornfellhorn.
Yes, it's very good. Discard this Calling Ritual because I don't want to get rid of Lavinia at this point. Exile Calling the Weak land. Discard my own Dranith. Exile land Bola Citadel. Discard Cultist Absolute. Exile land Demonic Tutor. So from here I will cast Lightside Diamond. I will crack it, discarding my hand for 3 red. I'll use 2 of the red to cast Breach from exile with Harnfeld. Then I can cast LED from my graveyard, and from here I can crack it for 3 black, cast Diabolic Intent, sacrificing Dockside, finding Brain Freeze. Then I can loop LED with Brain Freeze to middle through my deck, and then cast Thassa's Oracle to win the game. Good game.
So I feeded Rhystic Study 4 cards. I feeded Dockside Extortionist 3 treasures. But if I wouldn't have done that, I would have been dead anyway. So I was in a very sad position. Just gotta gamble with it. And it didn't pay off. Someone Praetor's Grasped me. At least Sisay won.
Well, that didn't go according to plan. I guess Blessed Perfection has to come later and not today. GG.
Oh, we had all the answers in our hand, but sadly we could not play them because of Lavinia. So a little bit too bad there.
Turns out when you got all the bad cards from Sisay, it's a pretty good deck. Who would have thought?